Hello, it's me, and I am really struggling with this microphone, and I hope so much that it is working, because for the last few times that I've recorded something, so I would record, I'd plug this into my phone, which is what I record with, and I would bring it into the laptop, and it would just, it didn't sound good, and I had to go into a separate program to raise the volume up, and somehow, at some point last week, I guess I was so confused. I was like, how is it that other people can film? And I still don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, so how is it that other people are doing things on their iPhone and they're getting good audio, and I'm doing it and it's not doing? And I bought this. I bought this microphone. I bought this microphone so that it could get good audio, and it was not working. But look, you see it better this way anyways. The blue light is on. So of course it has to be working if the blue light is on. Why would the blue light be on if it wasn't working? Why? Well, it was getting electricity, but the iPhone was not connecting. Now, I wish I had the other one. I have a dongle connected from this microphone to the iPhone, and the old one is somewhere else. I don't know. The new one that I just bought, it's only for $9.99, Amazon. And I'm sure it's like a crappy third-party thing. The official iPhone dongle was like $20. I don't know. Probably plus shipping, or I'd have to pick it up at an Apple store or something. I don't know. I didn't look too hard into it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lie. And I'm going to put the old dongle into the new packaging, and I'm sending that back to Amazon saying it's broken. So I'm naughty. I'm a naughty boy. You can't tell me what to do. I play by my own rules. I'm a rebel. I've tried really hard. Here's the thing. So, in order to see that the microphone is being picked up by the iPhone, also, my headphones are connected to the microphone. And so all along, I've been hearing good audio in my headphones every time I recorded. And I'm like, why can't I hear good audio in my headphones when I'm recording? And yet, when I bring it into my laptop, I can barely hear the audio at all. And I'm just hearing good audio in my headphones, because it's directly plugged into the microphone. And so what I was beginning to say, the only way I can make sure that the dongle is working, and the dongle isn't, even this new one, some of the time it isn't registering. So I actually have to go, I have this other app that I downloaded, which is one of the reasons that I could find out that it wasn't registering at all. And the microphone wasn't registering. So, but I have to pay for the app, but I'm not paying for the app. It's like a 7-day trial, but one of the ways that I could tell, the only way that I can tell, is to open up the other app and see that it's connected. And some of the time it's not connecting, other times it is. And the other way that I can tell that it's connecting is if I make a recording and then play it back. However, if I have all of this plugged in. I have to unplug it so that I can hear with my headphones what's coming on the iPhone. Do you get that? Do you understand? So I have to actually unplug it to get the sound correct in my headphones, which of course doesn't work because then I'm unplugging the device, then I have to plug it back in. I don't know if it's showing up. So anyways, I recorded a 45-minute long ramble before I found out that this microphone was not connecting. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I'll just lo-fi, And I actually started to talk in a louder voice because I was like getting so frustrated. I was like, I'm going to make sure that it gets picked up this time. So I haven't actually listened to it. So it could be audible. There have been times I've uploaded a video. Like I was like, you can't even, I upped the volume enough that you can hear it, but it's horrible quality and stuff because I'm artificially raising the volume because I was talking I was talking in a quiet voice, whispering. I was talking and whispering and doing all types of things and stuff like that, and the only microphone that was working was on the iPhone, so it wasn't picking up any of the subtle nuances of my voice. So yeah, that's what last week got me. I figured that one out, and here I am again, because I said I would be back. So that's my microphone news. That's what I'm dealing with my microphone. Thank you for sticking with me through my microphone woes. So I was originally an Android guy. I originally had an Android, not an iPhone. And sometimes, I really like the feeling of the iPhone. I like the way it works and I like different things about it. But I feel like this might not have happened with an Android. So much of it is because of the dongle and, using other peripheries because I don't want to use expensive Apple branded whatever that I don't even know if it's better. I don't know. I fell into it wasn't keeping up with the Joneses, but it was like, no, I want to be a cool guy with an iPhone. Even though it's kind of weird how that can happen. The iPhone is cool, the Android is not, and yet most people in America, I don't know what the percentages are, but it's like most people, I believe, have an iPhone. 70% maybe. That's my belief. And I don't know. The reason I chose the Android to begin with was almost because I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a little sheep. I didn't want to go ba 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 ba. I'm gonna go buy an iPhone because everyone else buys iPhones in America. No, I was like, F you guys, I'm gonna buy an Android. And then I gave into it. What is this coffee cup? It's not winter. And it's not it's not my Happy Flower coffee cup. And it's not my coffee cup that I made. Why am I doing that? This is my day off. I basically do Uber Eats 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. And so it's my 2 days off. This is my weekend. Mondays and, well, I'm going to upload this on Wednesday, hopefully. Mondays and Tuesdays are days that I take off, typically, from doing Uber Eats. At least I do all these other things. I have so many schemes. Like this, one of these things, I'm going to make some money doing one of these things. I'm not trying to make money here. No, this is just for funsies. I finished my crypto. I finished my taxes. I would have finished them probably like January, February, whenever you can start. But I had all these crypto taxes that I had to figure out, and I hope that I did them right. They were accepted, so that tells me that I did them 100% correctly. But it's very difficult to try and figure out all the nuances because nobody knows. The government doesn't know the nuances. So you're just basically going, I hope this doesn't screw me over in the future. I hope they don't tell me that I'm a bad person and that I owe $5 billion. Because I don't have $5 billion. I've completely slacked off on making, even doing drawing art videos on TikTok, and one of the hardest things is just starting. It's the hardest thing in the world sometimes. And I don't just immediately, one of the reasons I believe that I've continued to be an artist, to draw, to create, to make things, is that after I get past that hurdle of whether or not I'm going to draw, whether or not I'm going to create something, and it's weird. It's weird how much of a hurdle it is. But after I get past that start, all of a sudden I can do it. And I can get into that flow state, and I can just create. And if it's going well, it's going well. And if it's not going well, it's not going well. But when it's going well, it feels really good. And so there's good reasons to do it. There's good reasons to keep going back to it. But I've got to this place where I'm like, I've been away from doing any drawing, doing any art, probably for a while. And even before, when I was doing it, I was just like, I'd doodle something really quick for like 5 minutes and just be like, oh, okay, I'm done. So I have to get back to it. It is very hard. It's a weird thing. Again, it's like for other people, exercise is like something they know they need to do, but it's hard to get started. And actually, I go for walks. I go for walks at nighttime. It's really something I do every day, every night. But what's hard for me sometimes is going for a run and lifting weights. So I like the accomplishment after I'm done with lifting weights, but I hate lifting weights. And in the past, when it was coming to art, back to art, when I would make art, I would be so focused on the end product, or drawing, or whatever. I would be so focused on the end product that I just couldn't get into the flow. I couldn't enjoy it. I don't know where I'm going with all of that. Basically what I'm saying is I have to make art, and I have to start whether I feel it or not. Because a lot of times you're just not going to feel it. You're not going to feel like exercising. You're not going to feel like lifting weights. You're not going to feel like running or picking up a pencil and drawing or even creating these videos. Like, I just didn't want to let myself down again. I didn't want to let you down again. Saying that I'd upload a video and not upload a video, that'd be rude. I'd be a rude, awful person. And, I think part of the struggle is that I've got so many different things. My goodness, it's already getting hot in my room. Of course, I've got this thing on, but... So here's the thing. When it comes to starting these different ideas, activities, and stuff, I mean, I do know that it's hard when you've got these different problems, ADHD, autism. When you've got these difficult issues, it's hard to be like, you don't want to blame it always on ADHD, but I know that I get over connected to, like, getting on the laptop and reading through Reddit or watching YouTube videos, and like even regular people, normal people, neurotypical people, even they have these struggles, right? They have these problems just losing hours and hours on the laptop or whatever, or scrolling on their phone. And I don't know if it's worse for me. I don't know if it matters, but it's frustrating to be like, I'll be on Reddit or whatever, and I'll be like, yeah, I should do, like, I'll just, my brain will immediately be like, oh, I should, I need to record a video, or I need to make some art. I need to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. But then I just keep scrolling. And like I said, I know it's not, you don't have to have ADHD to have that problem. But is having that, and having 1,000 different things that I want to do, or that I'm trying to do, is that holding me back? Am I screwing myself over? I've been uploading, well, I won't go into all the things I've been doing, but I've been doing different things to make a little bit of money here and there. Would I be able to really, like, what's the word? Would I be able to really, like, go harder, go hardcore, whatever, go hardcore with trying these different ideas out, and not giving up, if I didn't have this, executive dysfunction problems of autism and ADHD, if I didn't have the task paralysis, and again, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. You don't want to blame things on these different problems, or you don't want to feel like you're making excuses. But like, where's the beginning? Where is it making excuses, and where is it being, like, just being honest and being real about about how it might be more difficult for you? I think a lot of my perfectionism that I've developed in my life has developed from just basically being hard on myself. But I have to be hard on myself in order to make me do anything. So I had to develop a skill set of basically being like, dude, you're wasting your life. You're an idiot. You're dumb. You gotta do something. You gotta make it happen. No excuses. Be hard. Like the man you are. Be hard with your Kirby hat. Be hard like Kirby would. He would. Kirby would. Kirby's the way. Kirby's the truth. Kirby's the way. And I don't know. Am I making? Am I using these words even correctly? Because a part of me is like, is task paralysis? Is that really what you're doing? Is that what you're dealing with? Like, because I'm not exactly paralyzed, by the different tasks. I'm just sort of focused on getting that scroll of Reddit and getting a scroll of TikTok and stuff, you know. But at the same time, I just looked around my room and I went, I need to clean my room. I need to do this. I need to do that. But I have to go. The only real way that I make money is doing Uber Eats. So I gotta go do Uber Eats. And I don't look for anything more than Uber Eats because I need to have control over my time, and I need to find ways of existing that are outside the norm because that's the only thing that really seems to work for me. The norm of what? Reality, society. The norms of this is the typical work day, and you gotta come in here and you gotta wear this and you gotta do that and you gotta blah blah blah, that kind of thing. I think that's the norms that I'm trying to get away from, or the norms that I don't feel like I could have ever fit in with. And again, am I making excuses? I don't know. What is an excuse? Is it an excuse if it's real? Like, I'm asking. If you were, like, I feel like if I attempt the quote unquote normal jobs, and I think that I'd burn out. So I think that I was disabled by attempting to fit. The less I attempt to fit, the less, I don't know if I want to say this, the less disabled I am or was, or the less it stresses me. I mean, it's like if you have a condition where you're on your feet all the time, but your legs are hurting, and you really need a wheelchair, but you're stubborn, and so you're like, no, I have the usage of my legs. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to push through. For so much of my life, that's what I did. I pushed through. And for me, the leg was, and I don't know, attempting to use like my facial everything correctly when I'm around people, attempting to have like reciprocity with people, or I don't even know what the words would be. It's just socially normal. I mean, in the past it was just social skills. Let me learn social skills, and then if I got the social skills down enough, I would just be able to do it. But what if, in the same way that you're on your feet all the time, and they're hurting, or it's a struggle, and you just really need to sit down in that wheelchair, and then you get older, and eventually you just go, F it, I'm sitting down, and then you sit, and you're like, oh, I should have done this a long time ago. Why was I pushing myself so hard? Like, that didn't even work. And yeah, it's a weird thing where I'm like, the less I try and the less that I struggle and the less that I attempt to be normal, or, socially normal. I'm not like being super weird out in the world or anything. I'm just, in some ways it just feels like I'm people pleasing less, but I think it's way more than that. You get to a place, I got to a place where whoever I was around, I would just go, okay, well, let me figure this person out, and then let me just do what I need to do around this person, whether it's acting a certain way, moving a certain way. One of the worst things, even when I was a kid, I would hate two people being around me, and I didn't know, well, which person am I supposed to try and copy, emulate, because maybe they're two different people. So I was like, who am I? I'm not anyone, because who I am isn't right. That's the only thing I know. Who I am is not correct. It's not right. So I have to figure out how to be like these people. And of course that doesn't work. But nothing else, I mean, being yourself doesn't necessarily work either if you're not normal enough, you know. Sometimes I feel like I get worked up when I start talking. My brain starts going too fast and I need to get it all out. God, I really hope this microphone is recording. Stupid dongle. And the thing is, I should have known that the dongle wasn't working, because at one point it's a lightning port to the USB, and then the microphone is a USB. So I plugged the USB into the USB and into my go. So in the past, I would also use a USB drive, so that I could quicker get the files from my phone to the USB drive. Then I could put it onto the computer. And at some point, the USB drive stopped registering. So that stopped working. And yeah, actually, when I touch the dongle, it's hot. So it gets hot because it's like pushing electricity through, right? But when I'm using the USB drive, I'm getting sweaty. When I'm using the USB drive, it would get like fire hot. It would get too hot. And let's see. Yeah, it's only hot down at the USB portion. So I don't know if that killed it. If doing the USB drive and porting gigabyte files from my phone to my USB, if that like burned it out, and then it just stopped working. It would get the electricity, but it wouldn't get anything else. Stupid blue light, you convinced me. You convinced me you were working. Not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. Alright. I can't think of anything else to say, so I think this is it. I think this is all for another entry into my mind. This is not a safe place. Goodbye. Bye-bye.